And that one is inside, ball one. And that clips the inside corner. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Gassed it right by him.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Victor Robles digging in for the Nationals. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Counts 1-0.
One-run game, one out, one on. Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
One strike.
And a pitch. That misses.
One strike.
And it's 2-1. And that's outside. Right-handed reliever. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle. But I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
At the belt and fires. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And 2 away now.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts. So they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
So the lineup flips over. Next to hit for the Nats, C.J. Abrams. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Fly ball down the line, brings it in, and the inning is over. Nationals leave one, but they still lead at 3-2. Back in Washington, D.C., we go to the 8th, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Will Smith. The line to kick the pitch. That misses, and that's ball one. That's a little bit low.
When you get to this part of the order, yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you, if he will.
Looking to get the tying run on base. And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. The line of the pitch. And fouled off. And a pitch. That one inside. And now it's 3-2. Max Muncy waits on deck. The pitch. It's a leadoff walk for Will Smith. Here's Muncy to hit. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. with a single base runner because of all the power. They are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. And a pitch. That one missed. Right through there for a strike.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Pitch misses. 2-2. Kicks and deals. Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again.
You can see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
And another ball.
Well, on this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boog.
With the tying run on at first, and we're in the top of the 8th. He goes down looking.
Well, big strikeout right there, and maybe a little controversial with the call. I think he got a little bit of favor on the mound, no question about it. It's not exactly what you want to see in a big spot like that, and I'm sure there's some chirping going on from the dugout, making it clear that wasn't his best call behind the plate today.
And up next for Los Angeles, James Outman. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
0-1.
Kicks and fires. Swings and misses. And the count is 0-2.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
0-2 now. Got him looking. And there's 2 away.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
Now on the mound for the Nationals, Hunter Harvey.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Now the left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. 1 for 3. First pitch, not close.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
Swung on, belted. That's back there. And it's caught just in front of the wall. So a strong showing there from the Nats bullpen. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Nationals 3 and the Dodgers 2. And we're back. Now, Lane Thomas. The pitch. Ball 1 there.
Count 1-0.
Righty delivers. This one popped up. Muncy in position. He's there. He's got it. And there's 1 down.
Well, that's a frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics. And instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
Gallo, batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
0-1's the count.
And that one fouled off. Righty to the plate. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. So now here's the DH, Joey Meneses. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. And delivers outside. Two down, nobody on. Way inside, and that hit him.
Well, it's safe to say he won't be getting invited to the charity golf tournament this offseason.
And now, Eddie Rosario. 0 for 3 with 3 flyouts. Foul ball there.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Then he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Third out, and that ends the frame. So one left for Washington, but they're up 3-2. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Kyle Finnegan.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
And a pitch. Taylor in the box now. Takes strike one. In the air, left field. Rosario brings it in with a nice running grab. Enrique Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Out towards left center. He's under it. Calls it in 2-away. So last chance for the Dodgers. Here's the second baseman, Gavin Lux. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
The 0-1. That one fouled off. The Dodgers down to their final strike. And the right-hander deals. That's outside. And the count 1-2. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Great pitcher's duel in this one. You get to a certain point where each pitcher is trying to outdo the other, go a little bit deeper into the ball game. And for these pitchers, it really came down to a few key at-bats. This was a fun one to watch.
3-2 the final score. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long. Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Washington Nationals. First pitch coming at you right after the break. About to get started here. And on the mound today, Mackenzie Gore.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Ready to go? Now it's the shortstop, Mookie Betts. The pitch. Fastball in for a strike. And we're underway. That one finds the zone. 0-2 now.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
And a pitch. Just off the inside corner. 1-2 to count. The shortstop takes the ball.
2-2 to count.
Gets a piece and stays alive. At the belt and fires. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Pulled the string on the changeup. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. 0-1 there.
Not giving him a pitch to hit there isn't a bad thing. He's dealing with a great first pitch hitter up there.
One out, base is empty. Hammered down the right side, but foul.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
And now it's 1-2. Freeman hits it in the air. Thomas drifts towards it. They got it for out number 2. Time now for Dave Roberts' lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers. And the key to victory for them here, get their starter some run support early.
Boog, if they can get him that run support early, it's likely the other team folds because they know how dominant he can be once he gets settled in. So put pressure on that other team right away. Jump out to a lead early, and a few runs is going to feel like 30.
Will Smith in the box now. No balls. Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Washington Nationals. First pitch coming at you right after the break. About to get started here. And on the mound today, Mackenzie Gore.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Ready to go? Now it's the shortstop, Mookie Betts. The pitch. Fastball in for a strike, and we're underway. That one finds the zone. 0-2 now.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
And a pitch. Just off the inside corner. 1-2 to count. The shortstop takes the ball.
2-2 the count.
Gets a piece and stays alive. At the belt and fires. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Pulled the string on the changeup. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. Ball one there.
Not giving him a pitch to hit there isn't a bad thing. He's dealing with a great first pitch hitter up there.
One out, bases empty. Hammered down the right side, but foul.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
And now it's 1-2. Freeman hits it in the air. Thomas drifts towards it. They got it for out number 2. Time now for Dave Roberts' lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers. And the key to victory for them here, get their starter some run support early.
Boog, if they can get him that run support early, it's likely the other team folds because they know how dominant he can be once he gets settled in. So put pressure on that other team right away. Jump out to a lead early, and a few runs is going to feel like 30.
Will Smith in the box now. No balls and a strike. Two down, nobody on. Left field. Sizing this one up. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. On to the bottom of the first. No score. Back here with my pal Siggy. And on the mound in this one, Shohei Ohtani. What do we have on him?
He's got that splitter, and it's a pitch that swings and misses, come fast, and they come often. Very difficult to pick up out of his hand.
Bottom of the first. Here's C.J. Abrams to hit. Ohtani in his 7th season, 29 years old, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. Here comes a pitch. And there's the strike. Left-hand hitter waits.
Ball one.
Ripped to third. One up, one down. Here's Dave Martinez lineup for the Nationals. Big challenge for them today as they take on a pitcher who brings electric stuff and really racks up the strikeouts.
Yeah, and it's all about making good contact against a pitcher like this. You're not going to get very many pitches to hit in an at-bat, maybe even in a game. So you got to be ready, zoned in the spot where you think you've got the best chance and jump all over it. Might be the first pitch in the at-bat, so you better walk up there ready from the jump. If they can make early, consistent contact, I think they'll have a much better shot against him.
And a foul ball. Here's a 1-1.
Inside ball.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And a pitch. That one fouled off. 2-2. And the right-hander deals. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. One down, base is empty.
I got
And that's
3 and 2.
off the inside edge. And the count's full. The pitch. Goes down looking.
Well, he should get some fist bumps when he gets back into the dugout, because even though he strikes out, he saw a lot of pitches and he battled. And this is a long haul where you're trying to get that pitch count up as early as possible. So gave the guys behind him an opportunity to see what's working for this pitcher or not. But I tell you what, it's a nice job right there.
2 outs, base is empty. And a swing and a miss.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Here's the 0-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Nothing doing for Washington. Scoreless after 1. And we're back. All set for the start of the inning. Max Muncy at the dish. Gore back to work. A little bit high. Ball 1.
Count's 1-0.
And fires in a fastball at 95. Kicks and deals. Next offering is outside. On the ground to first. And he takes it himself for the out. And now it's going to be James Outman. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. No score here in the second. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive, because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
One down, base is empty. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. The pitch. Line drive. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Teoscar Hernandez stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Just missed. Next offering is in for a strike.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
2 outs. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. Dodgers go down quietly. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here in Nationals Park, we head to the bottom of the second, and now the DH, Joey Meneses. And the pitch. That's in there. And it's 0-1. Ohtani, the former Rookie of the Year, he throws a slurve, a four-seamer, a cutter, a splitter, and he works in a sinker.
Well, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. And talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
The pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And a swing and a miss. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off. Here's Eddie Rosario. And that's in for a strike. Next offering is down low. And 1-1. Right through there for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
In the air to left down the line. Hernandez ranging after it. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. And now the switch hitting catcher, Hebert Ruiz. Hammers that one deep left field, and forget it. He circles the bases. It's 1-0.
Looked like the splitter, but normally doesn't stay that high in the zone. The bottom falls out. It needs to bring it around belt level, but that one just stayed up. And with that kind of velocity, it's going to get hit really hard, as it did right there.
And now up for Washington, Luis Garcia. First pitch misses. Two down, bases empty, but 1 run across. Bottom half of inning number 2. Next offering is in for a strike. The 1-1 is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Outside. 2-2. And another ball. Popped up. Lux makes the grab, and that'll do it. Nats on the board first, courtesy of this solo homer. It's now 1-0. You're dialed into the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. top half of the third inning. Digging in, Chris Taylor. And he deals. That one fouled off. Shoots a line drive single into right center. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Here's Kike Hernandez. In there, and it's 0-1. And now the lefty on the ground to the left. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Oh, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Turned on it nicely. Definitely a little out in front of the pitch, but he didn't hook around it too much and was able to keep it fair down the line.
And up next for Los Angeles, Gavin Lux. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Kicks and fires. Just missed.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
And here it comes. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
The 2-1. Right through there for a strike. The 2-2. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Coming around third is Taylor. The throw home. It's offline, and he scores. It's 1-1.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. To me, it's just a really controlled, balanced swing. He wasn't trying to do too much with it. Just stayed disciplined, got the barrel to the ball, and put it in play.
So the batting order turns over. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Mookie Betts. Year in and year out, this guy an MVP candidate. In for a strike, 0-1. First and second, no outs. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And Mookie takes.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
2 strikes.
Turns and fires to Betts. This is off the inside, and it's 2-2.
That one called just inside, I think, and on the mound, he's trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
The pitch. Popped up. He's under it. 1 away. Freddie Freeman up to the dish. Flied to right his first time. Rolled softly, but that goes foul.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
The pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Seems that he was committed to swinging at this pitch regardless of where it was before the pitch was even released. He's in an 0-2 count, and you're looking to battle at that point, trying to protect the zone, so you do become a little more swing happy. But on a fastball that doesn't even come close, makes you think there wasn't much of a two-strike adjustment being made there. Swing hard in case you hit it. He didn't hit it.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. In the air, fairly deep to right field. And they get the out on Smith. And that's the third out. But they pick up one run on the RBI single. All even now at 1-1. Back after this on the show. Set for the bottom of the third. Now the third baseman, Nick Senzel. And a pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike.
That split is a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Good eye right there.
1-0.
And the righty deals. Fouled off. He was late. The 1-2. And another ball. Battling here as he fouls it away. Righty delivers. Foul ball. Another 2-2 upcoming. Swings and misses. Had him way out front of the slurve.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Here's Victor Robles. That one finds the zone. That's strike one. And a pitch. And a bunt towards third. And foul ball. That one just misses.
Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire. And out there on the mound, maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
He swings and hits a fly ball center field. Makes the grab. 2 down. So the Nats lineup turns over. C.J. Abrams digging in for the Nationals. Grounded out his first time up. Breaking ball through there for a strike. Next offering in there for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. And down on strikes he goes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nationals go quietly. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Start of the fourth. Here's the third baseman, Max Muncy. Gore back to work. And ball 1.
You know, these Dodgers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
At the belt and fires. Swinging a foul straight back. That one missed.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Hard hit right side. Steps on first for the out. And next for LA, James Outman. He's 0 for 1. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And that skips in the dirt. One down, base is empty. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Senzel hauls it in, and there's 2 away. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. He's 0 for 1. Hernandez measures 6 feet 2 inches, 215 pounds, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. That clips the zone. Strike 1. Two outs. And a foul ball. And a pitch. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out. Dodgers down in order. Still tied 1-1. Back in Washington, D.C., ready to go, bottom 4. Here's Lane Thomas. The pitch. That one's in there. 0-1.
Well, these Nats showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up.
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. Out of here. He jacks that one out to left. And just like that, they're out front. It's 2-1.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach. Man, he just barely got that one out of here, and you've got to love the effort and left to try and bring it back. He had a good shot at it, just couldn't quite pull it off. It would have been a stunner if he did.
Joey Gallo steps to the plate.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
And that one just missed off the outside edge.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Righty to the plate. And that one clips the corner. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Here's a 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Nobody on, nobody out. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. That one back up the middle, and it gets through.
Just kept it simple. Played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
So up next, Joey Meneses. Struck out swinging his first time. There's a strike. Next offering misses down and away. Nobody out. Runner at first. Wouldn't chase that time. That one misses. 3-1.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
The 3-1. Swing and a foul straight back. Gallo gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Line drive, base hit, right field. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Next to hit for the Nats, Eddie Rosario. Fly to left his first time. There's a strike. In the air out to center. Outman moving under it. Outman pulls that one down. Now it's going to be Hebert Ruiz. He's already homered in this game. Inside, just missed. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Ohtani, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this. Here comes a pitch. Just missed.
Yeah, if you're going to be in the game in high leverage situations, you've got to be able to get the swing and miss and put hitters away.
Two on, one out. Double steal. In the air, left field. Hernandez makes the grab on the run. So first and second with two outs. Up now for Washington, Luis Garcia. 0 for 1 with a fly out. First offering, and it just misses.
Count 1-0.
Two on, two outs. In the air, out towards right center. Sizes this one up. And he makes the catch. And that's the inning. One in the inning for the Nationals on the solo homer. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. And we're back. New inning getting started. Now it's the DH, Chris Taylor. As the lefty gets to work. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
You know, these Dodgers need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
Kicks and deals. That misses. And the count 1-2.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have guys in scoring position because they put themselves there.
And another ball. Got him swinging.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it, and I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But, you know, it happens.
Hernandez batting for the second time, and that's strike one.
He's gotten into a really good rhythm, set down 7 in a row. He just wants to get the baseball and deliver it as quickly as possible.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. And caught on the warning track. Not quite enough behind that one.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Lux stands in now and watches strike one. Two down, nobody on. And that one missing low. On the ground. And that's just foul. The pitch. That misses the zone. It's 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. And they trail it here 2-1. Back here in Nationals Park. John Sciambi with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5. Nick Senzel. And the right-hander back to work. And a foul ball. The pitch. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information. But the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating. That's really good pitching right there. And it's a good job of the pitcher and the catcher working together.
Hernandez makes the play. Out number 2. So 2 down now, and here is C.J. Abrams.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
That one's upstairs, ball 1. And it's 1-0. Two outs. And a swing and a miss there.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
The shortstop takes the ball. And the pitch. Fouls one off. 2-2. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And the Nationals gone in order, but they still lead it 2-1. Top of the 6th inning. Now it's the Dodger leadoff hitter, Mookie Betts. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base and slugging too. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable. Because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
The pitch. That misses the zone. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Wouldn't chase that time. Swings and misses, struck him out. Pulled the string on the changeup.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Now the number 2 hitter, Freddie Freeman. That pitch clips the outside corner. That's strike 1. The Nats up by a run, and we're the top half of the 6th. And that one fouled off. Got him. Picks up strikeout number 7. Chris, 3rd time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
Will Smith now at the plate. He swings and fouls one off. And downstairs.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Two down, nobody on. Fastball for a strike.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Two outs. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. And that one hops the wall. And now the tying run is into scoring position. So man aboard. Here's some real power at the plate. Max Muncy. Not even close there. 1-0.
The strategy of winning a ball game, when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up. A defensive swing right there. Some cheese on the inside part of the plate. But the hands are still stinging after that one.
Man on second, 2 down. And he takes one right on the black. That is strike two. The Nationals have some action going in the pen. Jordan Weems up and throwing. Ferrer, a left-hander, also throwing. One and two here. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. So they can't do anything with a two-out double. 2-3-4 due up in the home half of the sixth. It's the Nationals 2 and the Dodgers 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the sixth. Now at the plate, Lane Thomas. And here it comes. Wouldn't chase that time. That one finds the zone. Strike one. And another ball.
One strike.
Way out front for strike two.
Man, that's just a nasty splitter. Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that these days, but I tell you what, he's got a good one.
That one not close. And now 3-2.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the three-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Kicks and fires. That one ripped right center field. That's back. It has the distance. Gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 3-1.
That's a great way to fire up this crowd. They're feeling it now. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Here's Joey Gallo. 1 for 2. Ground ball to the right side, and it goes just foul. Right-hander kicks, deals. That misses the zone, and the count even 1-1. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Daniel Hudson getting ready to go. Garcia warming up as well. And it's strike two.
One ball.
Nobody on,
strikes.
nobody out with a run in here in the bottom of the sixth. And misses inside. Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Washington Nationals. First pitch coming at you right after the break. About to get started here. And on the mound today, Mackenzie Gore.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Ready to go? Now it's the shortstop, Mookie Betts. The pitch. Fastball in for a strike, and we're underway. That one finds the zone. 0-2 now.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
And a pitch. Just off the inside corner. 1-2 to count. The shortstop takes the ball.
2-2 to count.
Gets a piece and stays alive. At the belt and fires. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Pulled the string on the changeup. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. Ball one there.
Not giving him a pitch to hit there isn't a bad thing. He's dealing with a great first pitch hitter up there.